The idea for our project came from the water documentary we watched in ASU last year. It spoke of the lack of water in third world countries and even the lack of the water in the U.S. There's 750 million people who lack access to safe drinking water, which is about 1 in 9 people. 82% live in rural areas and 18% live in urban areas. 0.5 of the world's water resources are available to drink. That's crazy because 99.5 then are inaccessible. 10 countries possess 60% of the water available to drink, leaving the rest of the countries barren and really with a shortage of drinking water. 5,000 children die each day due to dirty water or poor hygiene. That could all be changed easily if we could come up with a way to find a way to purify more water to drink. $1 invested in water sanitation returns in $4 of economic growth. So it doesn't only help people itself, it helps the countries.
Drinking water from dew. The idea seems poetic, but to this hydraulic engineer, it's a practical solution to the drinking water crisis in the arid state of Gujarat in northwest India. His system is simple, a big plastic tank on this cool ground. At night, this plastic is maintained at a temperature colder than the air, so the water vapor in the atmosphere transforms into dewdrops.
The condensation begins here and flows down and along this trough and then into this collection pout and then eventually in this storage tank. And here is the result of today's condensation.
By accelerating a natural phenomenon, pure water is collected drop by drop through the night, a rare substance whose worth is known to few.
Scientists and engineers who deal with water do not deal with dew because they think it's too small to worry about. I now argue and demonstrate that in arid coastal areas that view is incorrect. Dew can be a significant supplementary source of drinking water.
Dew is actually the only source of water in the school. On that day, 40 liters were collected.
Before, students came to school with their own water, and sometimes they went to the village in the afternoon to ask for more.
This new method of collecting water can easily be done at home. For the past 3 years, Girja Sharan's team has been installing dew extractors on the rooftops of houses. At a cost of €200 per roof, about 10 liters can be collected in one night.
Oh, this is dew water. Just see how fast it is being collected. It requires only a gutter system to be installed there, which is not expensive at all, and so that anyone can make it.
It's estimated that as many as 800 million people in India don't have direct access to drinking water, like these women who have to go twice a day to the only well in the village. Gathered dew is less abundant, but far more regular than rainwater. And according to its promoters, it can be sold commercially at a third of the normal price. A drop of hope for arid countries.
To begin our project, we had to create an experimental build that proved our idea would work. We were able to collect a small amount of water from our experimental build, which allowed us to continue building and experimenting full scale. Next, we began to draw up the dimensions for the wood we would be getting and cutting at Home Depot. We then proceeded to cut the wood to our dimensions, creating a slight downhill slope, which allows for the condensated water to run down the clear polyethylene material we chose to place on the top of our build. Before placing the material on top, we caulked and sealed the wood with a black spray-on in order to absorb heat and speed up the rate of evaporation, thus increasing our results. In creating this project, we were able to harness two of Earth's natural processes, evaporation and condensation, and we were able to purify one of our most essential yet scarce resources, water. Unlike in the video, our project is designed more for household use as it can only produce up to 2 to 3 gallons a day. This water is pure and safe to drink as it is condensated on the top of the polyethylene material and run down into the funnel connected to a valve which controls the output.
We hope this project can solve a major problem in third world countries and provide purified water to families and communities in need.
Yeah.
The top two squares on the testing strips show our purified water on the right is free of chlorine. The third and fourth represent the total alkalinity in the water, and the fifth represents pH. Our water met all the standards of purified drinking water.